Hello friends, and welcome to my backyard. I know that all of us really are undergoing physical distancing, social distancing, quarantine, self-isolation, whatever you want to call it. Many of us are stuck at home and can't get out to do some landscape photography. And if you're anything like me, you're really antsy to get out and do something. But I thought today I would steal a page from Alan Wallace. He just posted a video of 10 astrophotography things to do in your backyard. And I thought, that's cool. Let's do something with that. So I thought, seeing as tonight is a full moon, I would try to capture a time lapse of the full moon as it moves across the sky and sets in the west, just here in my backyard. So I thought I would come out here during the day, kind of figure out where I'm going to set up my shot and what it's going to be. I'm visualizing something coming from the top right of the frame and just kind of traveling diagonally through the frame as it sets in the west. My backyard has lots of trees. They're all very bare right now, so it might be kind of just really cool to see that full moon moving through the bare branches as it goes down. So we're going to get out our Photo Pills app, track the moon, the path of the moon, see where it's going to start, where it's going to end, and figure out my best camera angle and go from there. So let's head over to where I think I'm going to do it and see what we can find. All right, so I'm over here standing in this spot of the yard where I think I'm going to want to capture this shot. I got here, yard, just a bunch of the dead trees kind of shooting through, but so we're going to get out the Photo Pills app here and figure out where the moon is going to track and where it's going to set, and what we think the best angle for me to be at is for me to capture what's in my head, if I can. Or figure out what I need to do to capture what is in my head and if it'll work. So a little bit of research going on here, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to figure that out. So we're here in the yard. We're going to open up our Photo Pills app and look at the augmented reality to figure out where we're going to be. Oops. There we go. All right. So looking at that, calibration, because we feel like we're not quite right. Great. Alrighty. So there's our sun, and then this gray diagonal line right below it is our moon. So our moon is going to be setting over here, right along this gray line right there. So cool. Looks like shooting off in this direction might be what I want to do, but clearly I'm going to want to be higher than I currently am. Standing in my driveway in front of my garage, you know what I'm thinking. We're going to want to get up on top of that garage. I think it's going to be the better shot. We'll be up a little higher, get a little over the top of the trees, and maybe get that moon setting into the top of the trees. I think that's going to be a more pleasing video than just shooting through the trees here in my driveway. So let's get out a ladder. All right, well, we're on the roof now. A little better view. We're closer to the top of the trees. We still may be too close to the trees. We may want to scoot back to the end of the garage. But we're going to find out here. We're going to just get out the app again look at our augmented reality and just see what we think about that moon. Oh yes, see way better. Now we've got this moon tracking down this way, right through here. So my shot's going to be shooting off this way. There's one group of trees right there in my shot. Moon should come right through it. So the trick here is going to be figuring out what time of day that's going to be. And by that, I mean, we're looking at what, 3 a.m. there? I can't tell because of the sunlight, but I'm going to be stupid early. But it should be a fun little experiment, a little something to do, something fun and exciting in the backyard. So we're just gonna kind of wait for it to get a little darker. Closer to dusk, we'll come up with the camera, set it up, look through the viewfinder, figure out what our focal length's gonna be. I don't think any greater than 24 millimeters for sure, but we're gonna come up with a 17 to 40 and just try that out. And we'll walk back and forth on the roof line and figure out what looks good and what works. But there we go, we have a plan. Now we just need to execute it. Oh. All right, well, welcome back to the roof of my garage. It is now several hours later and several degrees colder. I've come up here right now to just set my camera up here behind me, get it set up on the roof, get it locked down, and get my composition set so that I know what's going to happen. This moon's not going to be in my frame till about 3 a.m. So I want to get it locked up, get the tripod up here, set up and locked down, so that when I come back I can just plop the camera down, start the time lapse, and away we go. So let me show you what I've got set here, what I think should be going on. You can see here on the back of my camera, I've got the trees just kind of set up there now. Right now there's just a really cool cloud coming through. It's really gorgeous. But my moon should track in from here, come right through here, we hope. That's the plan. We're gonna have to come back, obviously, 3 a.m. Let's see here. Let's set this up properly because we're not centered. There we go. Camera is centered. Everything is great. All right. Well, it is now 3:40 in the morning, and we're back up here on our roof. We have a little problem. There were no clouds in the forecast for this time of day when I planned this little outing. The clouds have very much come out. So this is going to be harder than I thought, but we're gonna shoot it anyway and see what we can get. Every once in a while there's these breaks in the clouds and the moon pops through, so it might still look kind of cool. Also, I'm up. It's 4 a.m. Let's do this. So we're gonna get set up. We're gonna be shooting at a fast shutter speed, probably about 1/25 of a second, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna wait for a hole in the clouds to grab a test exposure, and then away we're gonna run. Internal timer on the camera, 1 shot every 5 seconds. I might back that down to 3 just because of this cloud speed. But like I said, I'm up. This might fail completely, but we're gonna give it a shot. So if it worked, you're watching it now. Hello, friends. Well, it's a few days later now, and I'll admit the video was not a complete success. However, also not a complete failure. I wasn't gonna post it originally because it wasn't what I had in my head to begin with. But I decided after a little while to just go ahead and do it. It was still somewhat of a success, a little successful. It wasn't terrible. And after all, this was just kind of an exercise in something to do in your backyard while you're trapped and you can't get out, to try something new, to try something different. And that's what this was for me. This was something new and something different. So while maybe it wasn't a 100% success, it was not a 100% failure either. So I decided in this instance, something is better than nothing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Tell your friends. And from my backyard, so long, and we'll see you next time.